Welcome. All right. So what do you need to know how to factor out the GCF? Well, when factoring out the GCF in an expression, we're going to be talking mostly about when it's in a quadratic form. We're going to look at this. Let's just look at, y equals ax squared plus bx. This is going to be the general form that we're going to be looking into, what do you need to know to factor out this? And the main important thing is, if you remember when we talked about, if I'm factoring a monomial, what I want to do is I want to break it up and rewrite it as a product. So 5x, we could say, be 5 times x. And what we do when we have a binomial is we can factor both of them in, both of them as well. We could rewrite this as a times x, a times x plus b times x. And the main important thing that you need to know is when we're factoring out GCF, we're trying to look at what is it they have in common that we can take out. And you can see that both of these expressions actually share the term x. So we can factor them out. Sometimes really mathematically what we're doing is dividing that out. And so when we divide out that x, we rewrite it as a product. So therefore I'll have ax plus b. And now I can always check back my answer by multiplying that back through. And again, that would give you ax squared plus bx. But what's important about this is once I have a product, when we're solving, we're going to set that equal to 0 again. And then we can go ahead and apply the zero product property. So a couple things that you need to know for factoring out a GCF is, one, how to break down numbers. So for instance, if I gave you, you have to know that x squared is equivalent to x times x, right? 3x is equivalent to 3 times x. And again, if I gave you something that x squared plus 3x, and let's say, and I say factor this, well, when I break this down, you need to be able to identify that, okay, they both share an x. So if I divide each one of these terms by x, now the x's divide to 1, and these x's divide to 1. But then, not even so important as far as when we divide that out, where does it go? What happens? Well, think about it this way. If I rewrite 6 divided by 3, we know that equals 2, right? But what we're doing is we're taking the division and we're rewriting it as a product. 6 divided by 3 equals 2. Well, we can also rewrite that in the terms of 2 times 3 equals 6. And by rewriting 6 divided by 3 equals 2 as 2 times 3 equals 6, we've now written this as a product. And that's essentially what we're doing. Yeah, I'm dividing these both by x, right? But I want to rewrite this as a product. So the way that I rewrite this product, when I divide this out, the x isn't going away. What I'm doing is I'm just factoring it out, so then I'm left with x plus 3. So I'm taking this division and I'm rewriting it as a product. And then this would be our factored form that then we can go and apply the zero product property to and then go ahead and solve. So when looking into factoring out the GCF, the main important thing that you know how to do is break down your numbers and then identify what two expressions have in common that you can divide out and also rewrite as a product. Thanks.